uh, in the garden, or is it just something that you put in your background? Can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Cool.
Wait, I'm doing something. Okay.
What are you doing, Asha? What are you doing?
No. I need to figure out something. I just made that video like a few seconds ago. So,
The background?
yes.
Ah, okay. Looks cool.
Can you hear me? You see
Yeah,
me?
I can.
Is it too bright?
No, it's fine. As long as you can see your face.
Okay. Can you see better?
Much better. As long as you can hear me and you can see my face, I can see yours, we are fine. It might be a bit distracting with the butterflies flying around, but I think we should be okay. All right, up. 3, 2, 1, let's start. Yep. Yeah. All right. Asha, thank you once again, and welcome to 84 Musings podcast. And it's actually an honor of ours to have you on. And from my little bit of deeping about you and your past, and you running AI programs not just in Malaysia, but also the region, and also being one of the top three, if I'm not wrong, AI influencers regionally, right? As a female leader as well. So Asha, I think one of the things that I would like to start with is, with all things that I start with my podcast, is for you to introduce yourself to the wider community and listeners, and tell us things about you that we should know that we don't already know.
Me about myself.
Of course, we can't be
um,
honest. Yeah.
I ventured in many industry from hotels, airline, graduated engineering, went to soft skill trainer, and also finally pivoted as AI
Mhm.
because I believe everything was too technical. There was no heart. There was no love. So I thought, and when I study it, I find it helps. It's very helpful. And everybody was too busy coding and nobody was actually concentrating on end user. So I ventured to that because of it. And because I really, really like it.
And what about AI do you like the most? Is it for the ease of use, or is it
To be honest, autopilot and simulation. Do
autopilot?
less.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and more
So
productivity.
yeah, more productive. I
Mm.
want to work less and earn more. Actually, maybe
Yeah,
that's why.
yeah,
Yeah,
that makes a
that
lot of.
was the first mission. Maybe I
Okay.
need more sleep. I don't know why.
You're
No,
more.
as we grow older, do you think that we need more sleep? When we were younger, we are too busy doing everything. We don't. It's okay. We don't have to sleep. You can go a lot of places and you don't need to sleep. But as you
Mm.
go older, that's the thing you miss.
Mm. Okay. 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 It's an interesting take. I never thought of it that way, but it's okay. We'll start with a I think a big question that a lot of people are asking in the workplace today. I think what we're
Okay.
asking is the people are afraid that AI might replace human capital in a bigger scheme of things, right? I think the bigger question that maybe someone like you can answer is, should people really be afraid of AI taking over jobs?
Hmm. This is like the most pisang goreng question, the most viral one.
Exactly.
I call this the pisang goreng question.
I need,
Okay.
but I need an answer from an expert, not so answer from some guy who's a tech IT guy, you know?
Okay, so just my opinion, my 2 cents. AI is not coming after your job, but a 14 years old with a knowledge of AI might.
Mm,
So yeah, my take is when they created the microwave or air fryer, it didn't replace the chef, but
mm,
it makes things easier, right? And it changes the way we cook. So if you're saying you want to avoid AI, it's the same that you're saying that you're bad in math and you don't want a tutor.
mm,
Saying you're blaming maths is scary and all. So yeah, for me, no, everything is scary, right? Even falling in love or climbing Mount Kinabalu or going overseas for the first time, everything is.
mm,
But you have to still try it, explore it, because this change of AI will not go away. So instead of AI stealing our job, be the one who controls AI.
mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense. So, and you know, there's also the adoption of tech as well, because a lot of non-techies. I remember like back in the days when people first started using the internet, they're all a bit scared, you know, how are we gonna navigate the world of emails, how are we gonna navigate the world of, but eventually people just got a grasp of doing it that way, right? I don't think the internet has completely obliterated jobs or work. But how about for a non-tech guy or someone who's just afraid to approach that space? Because there's a lot of people who are probably 45, 50 and above who are a bit afraid of approaching that space altogether. What kind of advice do you think you would give them, and what do you think you can
For
share?
non-techie, am I techie? Am I considered techie or mixed
I,
breed?
I am far from
I'm
it.
not sure.
Yeah, but I know a thing or two about tech. I know a thing or two about large language models. I know a thing or two, but I'm not an expert matter. I mean, expert subject matter subject matter expert for that matter.
Okay,
Um,
maybe the misconception is people think that AI or internet or any new technology is a bit scary, or they're like this new Jurassic dinosaur in the new Jurassic Park.
mm,
It's so hard to tame, right? I think you need to watch the new Jurassic Park. So yeah,
I haven't watched
but
it.
still,
Mm,
so AI is actually more like a tool. It's GPS. It's finding new things. So you don't need to know where the satellite goes, how it works, how it goes to point A or point B. You
mm,
just need to you just need to know how to use the phone properly.
mm,
Make it easier. So basically, all of this is just a tools. It automates the boring stuff, writing emails, reports, and once you get a hang of it, the fear disappears. It's like the same concept as you listen to the new K-pop song. You'd
mm,
be like, oh my God, Korean, I don't understand. But after that, the beat gets to you, it haunts you. Then in 3 days, you're probably the one dancing and joining the TikTok trend. So, right? So
no, no,
I,
not
I
me,
see a lot of
not me personally, but I'm sure people do. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. But I think after a while, it gets to you. After a while, it's just there and it's fine. And you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, let's join the
But
trend.
also, but Asha, we read so much about things on the news, right? For example, Facebook cutting off developers because AI automates most of their coding work. 15,000 people getting laid off in tech spaces because of the implementation of AI, right? I mean, it's a justified fear, right? It's not something that is unjustified when you speak about people who are, slightly older who are coming to grips with AI in the workspace. I don't think it's something that I believe it's not. I mean, it's people are overthinking it. I think it's normal to have that fear. That I think it's understanding like a difference between leveraging AI versus adopting AI. So a lot of us in this phase are leveraging AI, your chat GPTs, your co-pilots, your Claudes, your whatever. That's leveraging on AI. But implementing AI is where I think the actual money is. Implementing that's your IT infrastructure, right? I believe. So I think that is where I think the concern comes from. Not so much the fact that I can use ChatGPT to create a 2,000 word article for my next presentation. I mean, that's something
That's
people,
easy.
yeah, that's what something people enjoy. But I think the real fear is that that same language model can also take over your job and do your things for you because it's driven to do exactly that, right? Based on your inputs, based on your prompts, based on whatever that you've been using it for. So I think that's where the fear comes in when companies start automating that process. So it's not something that I believe it's unjustified. I mean, we might brush over it, but I think as a corporate leader or someone in the corporate space, I do think about it very often how I can make a 340-man team become 200, and I save on payroll. So we hire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't. I do every day. So my payroll goes down. I invest X amount of dollars to build this LLM and let it automate the jobs that I do. So it's a justifiable fear. But how would you address it in today's market? And say, if you're a business owner, what would you think of doing? Something pretty similar to what I do, right?
Yeah. I mean, for me personally, when during the pandemic happens, they wanted a lot of there was a lot of job vacancy, but at the same time, a lot of people lost their job, including me. I
Yeah.
was just a flight attendant.
Mm,
And a lot of other people in America too. But a lot of job was opening. But the question is, are you qualified for that job? They were like drone pilots, AI engineers, and machine learning engineers.
mm,
So you will say that, oh, you lose a lot of jobs, but new jobs are happening. The question is, are you able to do that job
mm,
if you've just been, in hotel for so many years? So my advice is don't wait to be rescue yourself now.
mm,
Don't wait for the industry come knocking on you and say, hello, you're losing your job. For me, I was lucky I graduated engineering during the pandemic.
mm,
So, and then I just venture off. Um, don't wait for the siren call.
mm,
Start doing something now. because I teach tech not only for corporate people,
Yeah.
because I also teach tech for kids and also people above 60.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about my mom's age. Tomorrow I have the whole week's class of people in my mom's age.
Mm-hmm.
So what I noticed is kids, they're very creative. They wanted the butterfly to fly,
Mm.
like mine.
Yeah.
But if you're in corporate, people will say this is unprofessional,
Mm. Yeah.
right?
Yep.
But if I were in a room of class with 60 years old,
Mm-hmm.
which is I'm going to be in a 60 years old, they will be like, oh, we want something creative. They want to go out of the boundaries. They want to have creative thinking.
Mm.
2025, it's time to explore creative thinking. And this is the major part of soft skills.
Critical thinking.
Creative thinking, yeah, critical thinking and
Critical.
creative thinking.
Okay, creative.
Yeah, both,
Mm.
right? A lot of people lost the ability to problem solving.
Mm-hmm.
Do you notice that? And this is basic soft skills. You're worried about the tech taking over, but you lost soft skills a long time ago because you was always a yes man or a yes woman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not, venturing to corporate is good. Petronas just like retrenched 5,000 staff.
Mm.
So if you were there in Petronas, how do you leverage being in Petronas and contribute to society? That's critical thinking, right?
But I think the main reason, yeah, critical thinking, I agree. But I think,
Reskilling?
Asha, I'm just pushing back so that we can have a better conversation. I think there'll be questions people asking. I think soft skills, yes, I agree with you 100%. All right. But soft skills is something that I don't think, of course, AI is not going to replace soft skills for sure. That's not going to happen. But also soft skills, critical thinking, creative thinking, and all that, it's something that is inherent at source, which I mean, when I say inherent at source, that's individual, the person itself. But I don't think today's work or the future of work requires that level of creative and critical thinking to solve issues where machines can do it for you anyway, or give you solutions or suggestions to do it. So if you are creative thinking, I have an agency, for example, right? I run a marketing agency. Sometimes we try to do briefs or do creative briefs. I would tell the guys just put it into ChatGPT and see what kind of answers come out. So that is the creative side of things, which you don't necessarily have to sit down in a boardroom and 10 of us sit down and bang ideas on how we can do things better, or based on our experience in 1995, this could work, for example, right? So it's no point because things evolve every 20 seconds for marketeers. And I think that is the creative element. The critical thinking is more of a post effect where we also input whatever data that we got from this, say a campaign or say a P&L sheet, and we attach it to say one of Perplexity, for example. We have to ask them to break it down for us into certain angles or places where we think that we can financially model things further. That really happens on a day-to-day basis. That's more the critical thinking of marrying both creativity and critical thinking.
Couple of LM mix, yeah.
Yeah, and into one business unit. So I think, does it enhance it, or will you require humans to do it? I doubt it, right? If we just automate that process from now on moving
Yeah,
forward.
you can automate the process with AI agents.
Yeah,
But
correct. Agents.
yeah, but one thing I see in tech, you don't need age or gender to define it. It's just whether you want it to do it or you don't want to do it. That's all. There is no barriers in expiry date. So I've seen a lady who is 60 years old doing coding. And before this, she was a full-time mom all her life.
Mm.
And someone keep telling her, no, you can't do it, you can't do it, you can't do it. And if you're saying there is a age barrier to enter in tech, I would say it's wrong.
Mm.
Because maybe you're so scared that,
harder though.
yeah, I mean, that's the best part about technology.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care how old are you. They don't care what's your. Okay, one thing about technology, they are governed by projects.
Yeah.
They're not governed whether you just graduated.
Mm-hmm.
So because I was doing career coaching for 2 years, and one of the things I noticed is even though you just finished graduated university and you don't have many projects, and I can just graduate. I'm still in university and I already done so many projects and I have like proof and to prove. And I can go to an employer and employer wants people who already done projects. You're good to go.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're not good to go, so I believe there is no age barriers over there. You know, even you can start coding for that matters. But is coding necessary in AI? I believe there is different part of AIs that still require operation sense.
Mm.
My point of view, my take. A
Mm.
lot of people, they're very too techy. They
Mm-hmm.
don't know how to do operation science. And not only that, they build something they forgot it's actually for human. Like you build a chatbot, oh, this is a best fat chatbot. It has a very colorful chatbot, but then the chatbot have no empathy. The
Yeah.
chatbot have no sympathy. There's no warmth. You
Mm.
just say no refund, 24 hours, thank you, done. What happens if that company continue automating that?
Mm.
What happened to the back end? You lost your main customers, which is human.
Mm.
And a lot of startup, especially in America or in small countries, they say, yes, we already automate this. Someone is replying, someone is calling. But what happened in 2, 3 years? They forgot they're dealing with human. And the human they're dealing with, they're non-techies. They want to be loved, they want warm, they want that sense of belonging. But you keep automating it and people know it's fake. Just like you, when you reply something email, right? Then people go like, oh, this is AI. They image is ChatGPT, right? You
Mm-hmm.
know it, you sense it. What happened to that? The customer lost trust.
Yeah.
And trust is something so hard to gain and so easy to lose.
Mm.
So you can automate a lot of things. You can do a lot of things. But if there is no human intervention, you will lose not only the big company that you spend on that IT or AI, you will lose a lot of things.
Mm.
I mean, we can do actually AI avatar and do a chatbot right now, right?
Yeah.
Podcast. We
Yeah.
can do that. It's
Yeah.
possible within seconds.
Mm.
But then you will not see the body language, the smiles,
Mm.
the me going blur, the filters,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm.
So we lost that. For me, that's why
That's
end
Asha,
users,
that's a very wonderful point, to be honest. I really think it's a wonderful point that people always forget. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
because I've seen it repeatedly over and over again, even in startup, even in Silicon Valley itself, the startup keep failing. Why? And you wouldn't go, I spent millions of dollars. Why?
Mm.
And yeah, for
So that,
me,
yeah, it's a really good point because I think many people don't see it that way. Right? I think people see it as a direct threat to who they are, but then again, you're right. Your customers or your people making the decision to buy or to put money into your company are humans, right?
yeah, people hate AI generated emails.
Yeah, I know. I try not to,
If,
but also,
I
also
mean, I'm not saying don't use ChatGPT. I mean, of course, it's impossible. I teach AI, but I'm saying is use it as a tool. Make it you. Okay, for me, I'm gonna say it seriously. They are your interns and they are your baby.
mm,
Okay, so they're supposed to listen to your instruction. You're supposed to be controlling them. In a point that you can, please do it. Unless they are R2D2 and decided to take over your job.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. So the human element behind AI is something because I wrote an article, I think on Friday for 84 Musing. It's called AI with Soul. You know, like it's because you're right. There's no empathy behind an AI model or whatever you can call it anything you want. I call his or her name. We created a name for our AI tool that we use in the office. It's called Dara. But this girl she's got a nice face and all that kind of stuff, but she's not human. But I think the empathy that we have, and she basically does most of our customer service online for us. But I think what happens is that, yes, there's no empathy behind it. But on a B2C side, on a business consumer model, yes, I agree
Mhm.
with that. You'll lose people. 100% you'll lose people. But I think on a B2B side, it just optimize our scale of customer outreach.
Yes.
It did.
Leads.
Yeah, so we used to do anywhere between 10, 15, 20 leads a
Mhm.
month. Now we're scaled up to 300 people a month and that's purely by implementing this one AI agent that we have, right? So I think that is where I think there might be that conflict. But I think you're absolutely right. At the end of the day, there has to be that human element. And I wrote about it as well. It's called AI with soul. You can use it to get you to a certain from point A to point B, but from point B to point C, you need someone to go and close it, right? To go close the deal or to go and speak to someone on the phone. And I agree with you on that one. So where do you think people's focus should be? Let's say if I'm 45. I'm not 45 by the way, I'm 41. So I'm not that old, yeah? I shall relax.
Okay,
So
I'm 30 plus, so yeah.
Yeah, you're 35 forever. So, Asha, so the thing is that what I would say is, now someone like me is going to go get to 45 in a few years. Should I be more focused on the human element of AI or the tech element behind AI? You say
If
I'm
you want to learn something,
yeah, I'll give you a different persona of a person. Okay. Say myself as a business owner. What should I be more focused on? The human element of AI or the tech element of AI?
human element first,
Hmm.
second, third. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, for people who are age 45 above, no offense to whoever 45 above, just my opinion as a trainer, I want you to unlearn what you know. Yeah. And start open for something new. And stop this. Because if you don't unlearn what you know, you will bring your past trauma bonding from your previous boss to your current business.
Hmm.
Yeah. This is what we do all the time. I mean, majority Asians. We will be like, then you start a new startup at age of 45. You can have all the tech in the world, but
Hmm.
your operation sucks because of your trauma bonding with your previous boss.
Hmm.
You'll be like, this is what I've been doing for the past 30 years.
Yeah.
How can you even tell me that there's something wrong? So, first of all, human,
Hmm.
start learning how to become a leader in 2025 first.
Hmm.
Throw away that trauma bonding, emotion, that emotion triggers that you have from previous boss and all those old belongings. Because I personally, as a person, as a leader, I hate when I hear this word. I've been doing this for so long.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, I've been getting leads this way for all 30 years. This is where this is where baby boomers and Gen Z have mixed in commons. Gen Z will be like, yeah, but I do this and this is fine. This
Yeah.
is easier. Why didn't you see this way? And a few days ago, I got these two opinion about Gen Z. Okay, to be honest, I have no issues with Gen Z. I think they are fine people, digital oriented, need more human touch, but digital oriented.
Hmm.
So Gen Z said they want things fast and they are not they I think they can't do things for a very long time. They
Mhm.
get bored very easily, yeah. Okay, so that is their faults and maybe they have they need love. Actually, when you lack of attention seeking, you just need more love
Correct.
from a human.
Hmm.
This is psychology behavior. And for baby bloomers, they are so dedicated of working. They think by working 12 hours a day, you will gain more money, which is not true nowadays, now is it?
No, far from it.
Yeah. So how does Gen Z and baby boomers want to work together? So if you're 45 above or 50 above and you think you want to build a startup or you want to venture in corporate company, ask yourself, are you comfortable working with a 19 years old which can do ChatGPT automation? Will that be a threat to you? Will that be a personal threat to you?
Hmm. Hey,
And if you say, yeah,
but that's a great
if you say,
segue to my that's a great segue to my next question. Anyway, I'm sorry to cut you off.
it's okay, no worries.
Because I think you're going to answer it right now when I say it. Because what do you think a kid who just finished university today is going into the job market? What do you think that's essential for him or her to learn? When I asked you the first question about someone 45 and above, whether it's the tech or the human element. Now, for a kid, is it the tech or the human element?
Human element too.
Same? Okay.
See, yeah. Okay, my son who is 7 now, firstborn, Luke, he's learning coding. I'm not forcing him to learn coding. He saw me, then he said he wants to try it. I said, go ahead. When I was 7 years old, I was doing coloring pencil. I was barely, I don't have a PC yet when I was 7 or a phone. But now things have changed. So that's why new technology comes, it doesn't come with a limit of age. You see, my niece who is 10 doing ChatGPT, the same tools is done by a 40 years old, 35 years old.
Right.
So yeah, so even venture off. So for kid, first you need to ask them to stop with the phone, stop the iPad, and you don't, as a parent myself, okay, try to avoid. I know, it's difficult. Try to avoid when they need something, give them phone, give them iPad. You know why your kids are crying? They want attention. They want attention from you. They want love. They want human touch. But after years gone by, you think it's easier to just give them a phone? They lost connection with you. When they are in trouble, the first person or the first thing they want to do is chat with their friends online, not you, right? So, just my advice, whether you're a kid, 45, or someone in corporate right now, first thing you do when you wake up, don't watch your phone. Once, don't look at your phone. Just don't. For half an hour until you reach the office, don't look at your phone. And when during lunchtime, don't look at your phone too. Seriously, just don't for half an hour. Just eat.
Why it's so different, right? I mean, I agree with you 100%. I think the phone is one of the biggest distraction, right? And I agree with you on something because it doesn't give you that. I always call where you can be in the zone and be with yourself. I think that's sorely lacking into this attention economy. I mean it by the bottom of my heart. Where you constantly need to be texting, whatever, sending email, whatever rubbish you have to
So
do.
probably do you want to watch the phone because you think you have an urgent email, right? Or you have to reply to someone?
Yeah, normally, I mean, for someone like myself, I can only speak for
Yeah.
myself personally. My phone is like without my phone, I'm dead, right? Like I have a perfect example, right? So we went out for dinner last night, with dinner, lunch, and all that yesterday. And if I brought the wrong phone out, like half of my payment systems are gone. My cards are in a different place, my banking is in a different place. So it's not just about replying emails or text. I think half of my life is in their phone, right?
In a phone. But can it pause for half an hour?
Yeah, trust me, I can leave the phone in the bedroom and you wouldn't even know I wouldn't bother, trust me. For me, it's
Okay,
not.
but for people in corporate, they would think that they need their phone because their
I
bosses
don't.
keep asking for that.
I doubt it. I really doubt it. Like, I
Yeah.
think as mostly if you're in corporate and you're above a certain age, you're probably maybe your kids are texting you or your husband is texting you or it's trust me, your colleagues won't bother you after 6 o'clock. Normally they don't, yeah. But if you're a business owner who's running a 24-hour business, then potentially you might get a text.
Entrepreneur, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then also I won't reply because if because they will know I won't reply after a certain time, so they will stop texting me. But the other thing that's also crucially important is that we grew up at a time, I can say, Asha, you and I, that phone wasn't a thing for us. But today, when
Hmm.
2, 3, 4 years old, you grew up with a phone in your hand. I think it's a complete different experience, right? Compared to say us, that we didn't
I'm not
grow up.
saying that no. I'm not saying no fully. I'm just saying putting boundaries.
Correct. And
Yeah.
then and then there's that overarching competition that I think that phones also give you an edge over certain things. You learn things on the phone, you learn things on the computer, you might learn certain things that I think is invaluable. So that you're kind of digitally native, what I call it, by people who are that age.
Mhm.
Just people like my mom. She can leave her phone for 2 days, she wouldn't even know what's going on half the time. Trust me, she wouldn't. But she's 70 over years, she's almost 70 now. But whereas for me, yeah, I will only answer if I choose to answer. So if not, I really don't bother. I don't play games. I don't do that kind of stuff. So it's a bit different, right? So I think this is why I think every generation has got its pros and cons. Okay, but that's another debate I'll have with you on another day, Asha. This has got nothing to do with what I think that's society in general. I have my very strong opinions on these things because I'm not a big fan or proponent of kids on laptops or phones or iPads or whatever you call it nowadays. But I think, but the world is getting smaller. It's getting connected. It's getting digital. I think it's only normal that we or myself get attuned to that as well. So actually, just to wrap it up, I want to just wrap up a quick one with you as well. I want your thoughts on where you think, your last 5 minutes on where you think this world will look like or what the world will look like in 2030 with the advent of AI, with the future of AI, and especially one important question I really want to ask you, Asha, is the governance of AI. You know,
Governance and ethical.
yeah, of AI. I think Singapore has a body, an arm called AI Singapore, where the country is still, the ministry is still trying to figure out how to kind of certain guidelines or rules into it. But where do you see this happening from the governance level to adoption levels to where you see us being in the next 5 years? Because it's evolving so fast. 5 years is a long time, to be honest. But yeah, in the next 5 years, 5 minutes.
For governance and ethical of AI, I believe you need to attack the big companies who are doing it first.
Mm.
And number two, for governance and ethical, you need to control your inner circle. Like if you're a company, they need to have governance and ethical within the environment itself. Protect your cloud.
Yeah.
Protect your encrypted recipes, for example. So if you cannot control the big companies, like big techs, but you still want to use the technology, then put governance on you. So to governance.
Okay,
You
can
can't,
you let's slowly
yeah.
for someone like me, like a layman
Okay.
term. Yeah.
Okay, number one, every person who actually producing a new AI or a new technology, a governance must be put on them. But because it is still on trial basis, they want to go to the end user first. So if you're a big company, you still can put governance and appliances or ethical use in the company itself. So example, your company ABC, right? So you can protect either using your own LLM, right, within your own environment or cloud-based, or you want to use others, you don't want a third party. If it depends how big is your company. But I think building an LLM now or agentic AI is not that difficult. People in university are actually doing it. They just need to sort a lot of data in it. So if you think you have your own company and you don't want a third party to spill the leak, right? Or to spill the data. So start building your own governance or LLMs. Teaching your people, don't post your pictures, don't do certain things, don't sell companies things on this LLM. They need to have awareness, a huge awareness first. It's like ethical of social media. So ethical of using AI first. Okay, the dark side of AI. They need to have the awareness that AI can be very dangerous. Just for everybody's information, during last Hari Raya, right? I'm not sure whether Singapore is following the trend. Everybody was doing this Ghibli trend, right?
I
This
don't know.
Japanese animation that you put your picture in ChatGPT, and suddenly they will produce a new fancy cartoon like of you. Ladies and gentlemen, for your information, you just contributed a lot of data to ChatGPT in an instant just to follow trend.
Yeah.
So is that dangerous? I don't know. You willingly to put your family picture in the in an AI. So I don't know. It depends totally, right? And how they want to use that data would be another story that is still in the clouds because OpenAI have a lot of. So you can't control big companies or big techs, but at the end, you need to have awareness in the society or small companies, like the dangers, the potential dangers. And I like certain companies are actually protecting their own individuals' pictures, right? So people can't use it. That is good governance coming from a country itself. So if you were to use my picture, you need to pay. There's IP on it. I'm protecting my own data. So how do you want to? I think the country needs to play a role. Malaysia have now a national AI. So they are actually working very hard also to protect. And I can see a huge change in corporate. A lot of companies, they have their own LLMs and their cloud is fully encrypted. As when I teach also, it's quite encrypted for me. So yeah, I think it's it. Yes, I can see a lot of changes there. But for our children or for business owner like you, you also need to have this small awareness. I believe cybersecurity and awareness of ethical AI should be an open market now. From children to above 45 or 60. Because everyone. Because people who get scammed now are probably above 60. Okay, so where I see myself in 5 years, 2020,
No,
2030.
that's yourself. Where do you see AI in 5 years? Yourself, I'm going to give you 1 minute to plug yourself after that. But yeah.
So for me,
I'm going to give 1 minute for where you see it going, and then 1 minute for you to tell me exactly what Asha is planning for herself personally. Plug what you want to plug, and then we put rest of the
2030
2030 or 2027
for corporate.
or I think society in general. I wouldn't be so specific about businesses versus individuals.
Maybe we will spend more time at home. 2030, right? Yeah. We will spend more time at home. Less commuting to the office, less meeting client physically. Basically, everything is done online. And if you want to reskills or non-reskills, you can just do it online now. So yeah, that's why I see in 2030.
Hmm.
You don't actually have to be in London for meetings.
So you
Or
don't see flying cars and self-driving no hospitals with no doctors, you don't see that kind of stuff.
I
Where,
do.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah. I mean, flying
but
cars
this,
technology has
yeah,
more than
this
30
staying at home
years.
thing is something I do every day anyway. It's-
This is the same thing you're gonna do 2030. You will only need to go out if it's needed, if it's necessary.
Hmm.
If you think if because why would I want to have a flying car? Because it costs a lot of money. And the air traffic, seriously,
At time
terrible.
they might have democratized everything at that point where cars could be like
Yeah, so
well,
might as well I just stay home wearing my shorts and do a lot of things.
sure,
Do I need to travel? Maybe at times I do. I need to see some of jungles. I need to get some fresh air. But
pick up your kids and drop them off at school, or maybe school is also everything is what AI generated. You just gotta
AI generated school, AI generated teachers.
yeah. So AI will take your job then.
Maybe I'm the one controlling the AI,
I'm
right?
joking. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Asha, thanks a lot, Asha. Where can people find you besides LinkedIn, which I'll put the link in the description below. But where else can people find you? Do you have a website where people can go and reach out to you, or people can read your
Actually,
content?
if you go Perversity or any other AI, you can just type my name. Should be all right. It's
Should be
there
there,
somewhere.
right?
Yeah, yeah, it's there.
Fantastic.
My website and my link is on LinkedIn. I'm quite active in LinkedIn because I do teach personal branding in LinkedIn. So yeah, please don't do AI generated personal branding. To be honest, this is just catfishing, corporate catfishing. Seriously, corporate catfishing. You write an email, it's so fancy, you're like Harvard grad, and you have no idea what actually you just wrote. So
I agree.
no.
Hey, Asha, can I just end this whole thing and say thank you very much? And I really hope people listening kind of listen to what you're saying as well, because I think there's no age limit. There's no go and learn, go and study, mess around with the tech. That's the only way I think you'll get comfortable with it, right? So, Asha, once again, thank you. When I come to KL next, I'll definitely hit you up. There's a catch up for a coffee deal. And if you're looking for a very good looking sidekick for your training, just let me know. Yeah, I'm quite free sometimes. All right. Okay. All right, Asha, take care. Have a wonderful Sunday. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye bye. Have fun.
Thanks.